This week on SailAway, our fun in the sun quarantine in Grenada gets an unwelcome interruption.
And then Gonzalo. This should become the first Atlantic hurricane of the season,
resulting in a shakeup in our quarantine procedure and thrusting us suddenly into hurricane prep mode.
We're gonna pick up the lines and attach them to the mooring.
So meet me on that island, kiss me on that shore. Hey, promise me that we'll sail away, and I'll be yours forevermore. Just promise me that we'll sail away, and I'll be yours forevermore. This is Grenada. In case you missed our live stream episode last week, we just sailed here from St. Croix. And we're now sitting on our boat in quarantine for 10 days before they'll let us in the country. Which, as you can see, really hasn't been too bad. So you may be asking yourself, why did we fast forward in our content to bring you this almost real-time episode? Well, this.
and then Gonzalo. This should become the first Atlantic hurricane of the season. So we've had other storms, but the first Atlantic. Looks like by this weekend, Barbados on hurricane watch could see 65+ mile-per-hour gusts.
You should have all received an email yesterday telling you that you're going to be allowed to relocate to a safer location. You should have been invited to come in this morning to get the test. The results will be known this afternoon, and after that you'll be able to pull anchor and move to any other location that suits you for this incoming storm.
All right, here we go again. Seems like anytime there's a storm, it's headed towards us. I'm sure that's not really true, but it feels like it.
There's been some weather developing between Africa and here in the last few days. Its path, obviously, we don't know. It's supposed to be here Friday and Saturday. So here all of us sit in quarantine.
We're in quarantine until Monday at the earliest.
Yeah.
And the quarantine works here is there's a specific anchorage that you have to be in quarantine. And this anchorage that we are sitting in is not a good anchorage for hurricane or any storm protection.
They've told everybody to come in this morning at 8:45, and we're getting our COVID tests this morning, all three of us, and we will know by 1 o'clock whether those came back negative, which I don't see how they couldn't. So once you get your clear from MAAG, then you can go relocate to whatever anchorage you want until the storm is passed, and then they said, and then we'd like you to go back to quarantine. and obviously we're going to track the thing, see where it's going for the next 2 days, and see what kind of impact it's going to have. But I guess we're gonna be doing hurricane prep basically.
Right.
We're going to need to find what a good anchorage is. I think it's going to be one of the south anchorages.
It's raining.
Pause. We're back.
We're back.
Probably a little darker than we were before. That's the drill we do in the middle of the night every single night when it rains inevitably at some point.
Yeah. And please, I'm sure we're gonna get some shit for being on a boat in a tropical storm with a child, but there's literally nothing else that we can do.
Yeah.
We're not checked into the island. We're still technically in quarantine. There's no way for us to get back to the United States. There's no way for us to even rent a house. There's nothing we can do. So we are doing our best.
This has messed with everybody's plans, obviously. The COVID makes everything different. I'm sure we will be absolutely fine. We just got to go to the right places and make sure we don't get hit with swell coming in from an open ocean, which is what we would get right here.
Well, it is 8 o'clock, and so we need to eat breakfast, and then we need to go shore and get our tests.
Yeah, we're gonna go to land.
I know, and get a blood test.
Yeah. And it poured down rain for 10-15 minutes as we're getting ready to leave. But it stopped. That's the important thing, right?
Yeah. And grab it. Hold on, hold on. Good job.
We're scrambling.
Hey, that's it, bud.
That's it.
Good job.
Good job.
Atta boy.
Good job.
Look, she's going to use that. That little drop goes in there. And then that's going to go to the lab for them to test.
Geez, so great.
Isn't that cool?
Good job, bud.
Oh, you did so good.
Ahoy, SailAway family, and pardon our brief intermission. If you haven't liked, subscribed, and rang the bell for notifications, please do. And consider dropping us a comment as well. All are quick, easy, and completely free ways to help us grow our channel. Or if you'd like a way to more directly support the making of these videos, take a cruise through our newly revamped Patreon page. It's chock full of cool new benefits, such as our new Facebook Patreon group, satellite tracking updates, discounts in the gear shop on the SailAway website, free swag, and much more. But no matter what method you may choose to support these videos, whether as a Patreon patron or just showing up week after week as a subscriber, we really appreciate it. Cheers!
So meet me on that island.
Yeah, so we've kind of changed our plans since first hearing about the tropical storm / hurricane. We were looking at different anchorages and trying to decide where the most secure anchorage would be, and there's several down along the south coast that would probably be fine. And we were kind of leaning that way until a good friend of ours, Steve, who we stay in contact with, were telling us how nice the Port Louis Marina was and how secure that would be, and it was only $50 a day to check into the marina. It's literally right here. And by that point, we had seen that Gonzalo was going to become a hurricane most likely, then downgrade back to a tropical storm, but still that's an elevation. And I feel like having rivers on board with us, we always tend toward the the more conservative decision in times like these. We think. Some might not think their decisions are that conservative, but so for $150, it seemed silly not to just pull into the marina. And it's very protected back in there, so it seems like a good bet for this level of hurricane. So anyway, that is what we're doing. We are going to pull into the marina for the next 3 days and see what the weather brings us.
We're still under quarantine. We're still under Q flag. We're not allowed off the boat. We're not allowed to use any of the facilities. We're not allowed to do anything. But we'll be at a dock.
4 more days of quarantine.
Yeah, plus they added more days to our quarantine, which, I don't know, it doesn't make sense. We did get our test results back. We are COVID free, but we have to do the full 14 days, whereas before it was only 10 days,
yeah.
and they were kind of counting your travel days. And
Now,
so
I don't know where they're like,
they're like,
14 days everybody.
yeah, everybody has to do that. So it kind of sucks.
So we're quarantined for another week, basically.
Yeah.
Week and a day.
You know, rolling with the punches.
We're trying to get a hold of them, see if we got a slip assignment yet, and then head in.
Yeah.
Ready? All right, go ahead. All right, weigh an anchor, heading into the marina, and admittedly, I'm pretty nervous about this. We have not been in a marina since the Berry Islands. That was a pretty easy slip to get into. This is pretty settled weather, there shouldn't be any current to speak of, but it's not something we do a lot of.
The length, Captain.
46.
Can we get your bow lines? Can we get your bow lines, Cap?
Yeah, we had 2 up there.
Yeah. Take them off the cleat, please. So you're going in between 2 boats, Cap. Okay?
Yeah.
You could be backing in. We're going to pick up the lines, attach them to the mooring.
Okay.
Okay? So you're going to follow us. But when we tell you to stop, just hang around in the fairway. Let's just put on the mooring and then we'll call you in.
Okay.
It'll be easier if you back into the spot.
Wow.
Okay?
They're putting people in between other boats that are docked on either side. So I think that's what we're doing.
So this is going to be new. So these guys are going to take our bow lines, hook them into the mooring balls, and then bring them to the boat, and then sort of pull us to it, and then I'm going to back in.
I'm just gonna hold.
Yeah, I'll be ready with that.
Worked. Here we are. In the middle of 2 boats.
That was first. We're nestled between 2 gigantic boats.
I know.
I don't know if that's good or bad. It seems maybe
If either one of them gets loose instead of like...
At least we know they have insurance.
That's true. Yeah, good job.
I think I was pretty on top of the driving at least. And then once we got in, I'm like, I don't know what to do now.
I know. It's not the most fun. I mean, it wasn't bad. We've never done anything. We've never med-moored. We've never done any of that stuff. Not that we don't plan on doing it. But
easier than med-mooring.
Well, yeah. But, you know, I kind of figured we would have like a chance to practice. You know, figure things out, not be stuck in between two big boats, trying to do it.
Yeah, I misunderstood. I thought they meant they were taking the bow lines to put them in a mooring for a med-moor.
I wonder what they put them on. I saw them like dragging things.
I don't know. To go look and see. I thought. Oh, so I was right after all. You just can't see the moorings. But man, it seems like with a north wind, it's just going to push us like crazy straight over here. That's not a lot of lateral stability in my personal opinion. Well, we have quite a bit of time, but I can't stop myself from beginning the process of getting things kind of stripped down a little bit. Been getting the dinghy a little more secured. I'm going to bring a couple lines down from the outer edges to the cleats so that it can't get flipped up by the wind and start bashing against the top of the arch and the panels. I think that'll be okay. I've already put our bikes back in their bags and tied those down. And now I'm about to deflate these paddle boards, roll them up, and put them in a bag. Well, here we are.
In the calm before the storm.
It is too. It's weirdly calm. There's like no clouds. Well, you saw us get in here, and since then Lauren has been editing and I've been doing some of the beginnings of packing up for storm prep.
Stress cleaning. We've got a dog butt and a kid head in here right now.
Yeah, we came up with a bow to get away from everybody. We got a pretty good start on a lot of the tying down and putting away and all that kind of stuff, and we'll show you more of that in the next episode of the Hurricane 2-part series.
Yeah, look for that probably Monday after the hurricane. So.
Yeah. That's the
or
plan.
if you're not watching this right away, then like just the next video. Look for it then.
You know, check the weather again today, and it is supposed to stay a hurricane now.
That's a puffer fish because it goes.
It's true. You know, I don't think they project it to be a strong hurricane if it does truly remain hurricane strength, but that's still hurricane winds, so should be interesting. Wish us well. We're going to rest tonight and then get up tomorrow and get the boat ready to go.
All the things.
All right. Well, thanks a lot for watching, folks, and we'll catch up with you after this thing blows through. Cheers.
Bye.
Drifted away on an ocean.
Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe and ring that bell. And a huge thanks to all our patrons for their additional support. If you'd like to become a member of our crew, just check out our Patreon link in the description. Cheers.
I'd be listless and lonely if I didn't have you to hold me as the sun sets and miles roll by.